The light blinks. Away they go. Corn Cob actually bounced in front with Hope to Rule away nicely. Rommel's Goddess is building pace from the inside as they hit the first corner. And also up there is Success Play. Followed over on the outside next of all above the peg, who's going forward around them 3 deep on the track. Back near the inside next of all is Crunchy Nut, overdoing things there, racing very keenly in front of Mangafira. A length away came Harlequin Prancer. The favourite getting back on the inside, Precious God from the Spruker. And back there last is Mystical Man. Hope to Rule fires up, goes to the lead nearing the 1,000 metres mark. Mouth wide open, leading the way from Success Play above the peg. Out there a little deeper. Rommel's Goddess down on the inside is next of all. They're being closely followed by Harlequin Prancer. After one is Mangafira. Crunchy Nut getting back along the rail, followed further back behind those next of all. Precious God up in front of them is Corn Cob. Further back in the field, the Spruker and Mystical Man brings up the tail. They've got 600 left to run, and Hope to Rule snuck a length over Success Play before the home turn. Rommel's Goddess getting a lovely run, following the leader who now starts to extend further. Above the peg on the outside of Corn Cob, Crunchy Nut near the rail. Precious God back in the field, but now getting around the back of Mangafira. Harlequin Prancer ahead of the remainder. Crunchy Nut searching for a run behind them. At the 200, Hope to Rule, joined by Rommel's Goddess. Here comes Precious God right down the outside with a big finishing run. She's coming after them. Crunchy Nut is getting a split as well. Crunchy Nut on the inside, Precious God the outer. They went to the line, tight, camera. Not sure, bob of the heads, Crunchy Nut the rail, Precious God the outside, third Mangafira. In behind them next of all, Hope to Rule and Rommel's Goddess, followed further back Corn Cob, Success Play, the Spruker. Then came Harlequin Prancer above the peg next home, and Mystical Man always back near the tail end of the field. Driving finish. Crunchy Nut was absolutely desperate for a run, you could see, and Precious God was hoisted to the outside to start her run. Faithful, who rode on the crest of a wave in Kalgoorlie yesterday and has delivered Crunchy Nut in a tight go. What a finish. Number 2, Crunchy Nut, ridden by Tash Faithful with a big treble in Cal at the meeting yesterday, has beaten Precious God by a nose. Third home is number 8, Mangafira, in front of Rommel's Goddess. The numbers are 2, 7, 8 and 3. The time is 1:36.34, and it's a breath between them. Crunchy Nut getting the job done by Deucimus out of Cornflakes for C. Harding. C. Sharp, trained by Helen Harding in Esperance and ridden by Tash Faithful. And if it had been beaten, it would have been nearly a moral beaten. It was screaming for a run at one stage before getting the opening between Hope to Rule and Rommel's Goddess. And Louis had already wound up Precious God. She had a head full of steam, and then the run came, and Crunchy Nut was good enough to capitalise upon that and win. 2 first, second 7, Precious God by Playing God, Paula Wag, Brandon Louis, and third in that incredibly close photo for the first and second spots, Mangafira by War Chant, Rob Gilberti, Lucy Fiore. Well, we go to race 5, the David Della Rocca handicap over 2,200. No changes to come there as Lockie joins us now, just making his way back down there to the enclosure. And there was nothing between them. A pimple at the finish, and would have been very unlucky had it got beaten, Crunchy Nut Lock.
Wow, wasn't Tash Faithful weaving her magic late in that race, Darren? But Helen Harding, what a run she's having here in town. Helen, congratulations on the victory. Crunchy Nut, Darren was just touching on the fact that if the horse, if he hadn't have got out late, he would have been a good thing, Pete.
Yeah, look, he's racing really well without luck. He went down by a nose, Westman's Cup Day. His run here 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, was pretty good.
At what stage did your confidence begin to build? Because he's a fairly versatile horse. He can get back, but he can hold a spot if he draws well enough.
Yeah, look, we've been riding him back because he's been getting bad barriers, and I think he's a good horse chasing. But I said to Tash, you drew the barriers, you drew a good barrier, so just ride him midfield. You've
been enjoying a great run of form here at Ascot in recent weeks. You must be enjoying the driving.
No, never enjoy the driving. This will be it. I'll be parking up. They'll all go in the paddock soon.
So what is the plan over the next few months? Obviously, you do your best work throughout the Esperance racing season. Do they all go to the paddock at the same time and you put the feet up?
No, oh no. These 4 that have been racing in Perth will go for a spell, and then I'll just concentrate on the Kalgoorlie ones.
Looking forward to following you all throughout the Kalgoorlie season. Well done here.
Thank you very much.
There's Helen Harding, and here's Tash Faithful.
Thanks, Slocky. Catching up with Tash Faithful after the win of Crunchy Nut. It was a real driving finish. I wasn't sure who won live. It was as close to a dead heat as it gets, but Crunchy Nut was able to get the nose down right on the line and get the chocolates for Helen Harding and her team. Tash, congratulations on the win. Thank God that split came with about 200 metres to go, because it looked as though leading into the corner you were travelling with a lap full of horse.
Yeah, absolutely. He actually gave me a bit of a hard ride early. He wanted to really grab the bridle and over race. So I thought he'd done a brilliant job to finish off that well. But yeah, on the corner I was travelling that strong, and I sort of went to start shifting out to find a run, couldn't get a run, and then obviously lucky that inside opened up and he had such a good turn of foot.
You know this horse really well, having won a couple of races on him a couple of seasons ago at Esperance. He has had some quirks over the journey as well, and I know you do watch your replays, so you must have come here today thinking he could run a cheeky race given how he raced here last start.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been going brilliant. I thought he'd run a really good race today. It just sort of caught me off guard how hard he did pull early. He sort of has done that before, but sort of been settling a bit better in the 1400s, but 1600 today he wanted to grab the chewy, but just great to get one for Helen.
Another of the travelling gallopers that you jump back on board today is Snippety Legend a little bit later on. What are the expectations with him? There doesn't appear to be a great deal of speed in that race, but he's absolutely flying at the moment.
Yeah, Tony's doing such a great job with him. He's airborne, and I think that on his day he's absolutely up to the field that he's in today.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
There's Tash Faithful. She combines with Helen Harding and a Crunchy Nut to take out race 4 here at Ascot. We'll take a short break on Racing WA TV, and on the other side we'll be back for the first at Dongra.